Hello, it's cherry season. So, fresh cherries, Bing cherries, red cherries, sour or sweet, you name it. For this dish, we have to get the pits out. So one of the best ways is to use a cherry pitter. So a cherry pitter, you just take the stems out, and you can buy these, and you just click it, and then our pits come out the bottom, and we got our cherries. Sometimes you don't have a cherry pitter, so you got to do it by your fingers. So you just take and squeeze. Right? I just squeezed some juice to myself. Pretty funny, huh? And I get my pits out. So that's another way you can do it, old school style. Just sitting there pinching, as you know, and then pit out. And all this time when you're doing this dish or any other cherry dishes, go back over it and make sure that you got all the pits out, because you don't want to obviously bite into a cherry pit. But that's what you want to do. Get all the pits out, either squeezing by hand or using a pitter. All right? So for this recipe, we have like 1.5 to 2 cups of pitted cherries all ready to go. And we're going to do also, we got about 3 sprigs of mint, which comes to about 1/4 cup of mint. And what you're going to do is you're just going to rough chop that fresh mint. You want to kind of break it up pretty well, because this is going to be mixed in with our yogurt and also our pistachios and our cherries. I turn it and do some more kind of semi-fine chopping of our mint, and this should make at least 1/4 cup of fresh mint that's chopped up. So we're going to put that aside. We also have, there's our mint, pistachios. So with pistachios, you're basically going to have 1/2 cup of pistachios. I already measured it, but you know the deal. 1/2 cup of pistachios, and then you're going to rough chop your pistachios. You don't have to toast them, but they need to be chopped up. I love pistachios. Don't get the salted ones, just get plain pistachios, and you're going to get a nice rough chop with your pistachios, and you're going to set those aside. You want to break them up because it's going to be like layered with your yogurt and your cherries and your mint and your honey. So we need to break up those lovely pistachios. Nice. You don't have to get them exactly all finely chopped, but a nice rough chop to kind of break them up. There's our pistachios. Okay, here we go. So you need some kind of a baking dish. This is about, 6 to 8 inches by probably like 5 to 6 inches. Some kind of a shallow baking dish or pan. Put it in. Glass looks better if you can do it. So we're going to do a layer. We're going to layer. We have our yogurt. The yogurt amount's like 16 ounces of yogurt, but you might need a little less, depends on how much you have and the size of your container. You don't want it to be too wide, because we're trying to get like 3 to 4 layers. Here's our first layer of yogurt. Spread that around just on your edges, right? Because you're gonna, then we're gonna do some cherries. A couple cherries like that, right? Spread it around, make sure to have any pits, very important, right? Next we have a little mint. Little mint. Sprinkle that around. Then we have our pistachios. Sprinkle that around. Very nice. Then we have our honey. Yes. Sprinkle honey. There we go. Then we're going to do another layer. So you do that. You do a second or third layer with your yogurt, cherries, pistachios, mint, and then honey. And you're all set. Here are our second layer. Once again, cherries spread out. Just like that. Make sure there's no pits, right? And mint. Spread that out. Then your honey. And pistachios. I'm going to do one more layer. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. So there you have it, it's our last layer. I'm going to hit it with a little more honey, because I like the sweetness too as well. And we got like 3 layers out of that. So you're all good. This can be kept in the fridge. You can eat it obviously cold. Have it as dessert. You can have it as like a little side snack during the day. Any time of day. Breakfast too, you can have it for breakfast. But definitely a great way to use up those cherries and a little bit of the bite that gets you from the yogurt and a crunchiness from the pistachios.